Welcome back, everyone, to the Generation Gap podcast. My name is Marcus Day, and alongside is my co-host and friend, Carl Davidson Wright. And unusually, I'm going to start this podcast with a question which Carl has already answered, because my podcasting equipment decided to stop working entirely and only recorded half of our conversation, which was my half.
But we noticed early. We noticed early.
6 minutes. So we've got 6 minutes to recap. So my initial question for this podcast was, if you could live in any cinematic world, which one would it be? And
good question.
Good question, right?
I'll
give you some time to think about it. Yeah. So
initially I said Back to the Future.
Yep.
Because time travel would be cool. Then we had to think about,
I went Star Wars and
would we
Lord of the
actually
Rings.
be
All bad
choices, or the main characters in it? That's the thing.
Yeah, we went main characters in it because, like, with Harry Potter, and you're just a human because you didn't get selected.
Yeah,
gets really boring, really, really fast.
Yeah, well, that's world, that's life.
I went with Dungeons and Dragons movie because you can. It's safe if you don't want to go out adventuring, or you can go and adventure out and enjoy yourself. And you went with
Star Trek, I think.
You went Star Trek.
I think Star Trek.
There are lots of advantages, like you said.
No money.
No money.
Love it.
Yep. Oh, we should be going there.
Unlimited food.
Yep. If you work.
Not seeing a downside.
Exploring the stars.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, it's a great chance.
Science and geeks seem to be applauded. Bonus.
Yeah, muscles not so much. That works for us. For those of you listening to this via one of our audio channels, we're actually really massive hench guys who are very good looking and work out. And for those of you who are watching this on YouTube, shut up. Shut up. Just don't. I'm telling you what.
Oh, massive and huge is correct.
We yucky. Right, should we start this vlog again?
Go ahead.
Right.
Let's go.
Podcast take 2.
We did say it's been a long week. That's where we were. This Wednesday feels like a long week.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it's Wednesday. It feels like we should be sitting here on a Saturday
Tomorrow
chatting.
is Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh. But it's
that's got to be a universal concern with most people. But then you get into those really hilarious, awkward conversations where people say, "Has it been a long week?" And I'm like, "Oh, it feels like a Friday." And everyone goes, "Oh, it feels like a Friday." Oh, no, I was saying that the other day. It feels like a Friday. So maybe time isn't relative. Maybe it changes and shifts.
Okay.
Or we're just not sleeping enough.
Yeah. Or it's just been a really long week.
It's been a long week.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here we are. We made it to Wednesday, which is one of my new favourite days of the week. Cause we
And
get
the
to
Olympics
sit
is
and
finished.
chat. I know. Did you watch the closing ceremonies?
We tried.
I didn't, because I was told not to watch the opening ceremony, so I thought I'm not going to waste my time with the closing ceremony.
We tried. And then I was like, bored. So we watched the highlights of it the next day. So we saw Tom Cruise do his thing. Did you see the Tom Cruise
No.
thing? You not seeing it?
I assume the American bit was probably the best bit, because they're going to go all out.
So he came from the roof of the stadium.
Oh, Mission Impossible.
Abseiled down.
Right.
Then picked up the flag, put it on his motorcycle, rode out of the stadium on his motorcycle, down what looked like the Champs-Elysees.
So they just sent Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Was that all they did? Did they do other stuff? Normally there's a bit of a show.
I didn't see anything else.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Then he rode his motorbike up the rear of a flying plane on a runway, took that. Next thing, cutscene, goes to him stood on the Hollywood Hills with the Hollywood sign, and they've replaced the 00 with the Olympic rings.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool.
That was basically it.
But you know who the main character is going to be?
Snoop Dogg.
There, yeah, exactly. Snoop Dogg's going to be the main character in LA.
Yeah.
He's got to be, isn't he?
There was something I saw the next day or the day after that was like a celebration in LA, and there was like fireworks and Snoop Dogg was there, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. I think this was sort of Snoop Dogg's audition tape to I want to be the face of the Olympics. And I think he did a really, really good job.
Although, shout out to Flavor Flav. I don't know what his name is.
I don't know who that is.
Flavor Flav?
Is this like an old generation or a young generation? Are we both too old for this bit?
Maybe.
I've never heard of.
He's an old school
Flavor
rapper
Flav
type thing.
No.
But he really stepped up a lot with the American teams.
Yes, and he's now funding a bunch of people.
Correct.
That's him.
Yes.
Right.
Flavor Flav.
Yeah, I don't really know who he was, but he seemed like a big deal.
Yeah, so he's funding the
Rugby? No,
the
that was
synchronized
somebody
swimming
else.
team, is it? I think
Yes.
the synchronized
And
swimming
some
team and
gymnasts?
I think it was a weightlifter,
Cool.
a female
cool.
weightlifter, who said, sure, it was a less popular sport at the Olympics. It wasn't track and field, wasn't gymnastics, wasn't swimming, and she'd put some kind of post out on X or something saying like my school won't even pay my
Yes,
accommodation
you're
and stuff like that.
right. It was a weightlifter, I swear, or
I
something
think
like
it was
that,
a
wasn't it?
weightlifter, and
And
he
yeah,
was like, "Don't worry about it.
paying
You
for
shouldn't
it.
be worrying about anything like that.
Didn't
Send
he
me
say
your
like send me the
details."
details and I'll get this sorted for tomorrow?
Yes.
So you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah,
going
you
forward.
concentrate on what you need to concentrate
Amazing.
on. That's
The
how
American
celebrities should be doing it.
American women's rugby team have also been funded for the next 4 years by some woman who they all seem to know, and she was introducing, and she was like, basically, I want to make sure that you get the money you need to go and get a gold in 4 years'
haven't seen
time. So
that.
she's like, there's I'm pledging $1 million or whatever it is to make sure
Wow.
you girls go and get what you want to do. So
Considering how
yeah,
well
women's
funded
sevens.
sport is in America, it's weird that
It is a bit
some of the
unusual, isn't it?
elite ones are really
It's weird
struggling.
that it's not all. You'd think that every single sport, like when we did in 2012, it was like, right, we're going to put somebody in for every single sport and make sure that we've got someone. And we did that because we were hosting it.
Yeah,
I
and
feel
also
like
you get a few
Americans-
buys as well for that.
Yeah, I feel like Americans should have the sports foundations across every college to be able to do that anyway.
Yeah, considering you can probably get a scholarship for almost every sport,
Yeah.
you'd think that would carry on through to elite level.
I'm very excited for 2028 for 2 reasons. One, it's in LA, and I'm a big fan of Los
LA,
Angeles.
you are.
And 2, baseball or softball is going to be one of the sports in the 2028
Baseball or
roster.
softball.
And baseball and softball.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be wicked.
Because they've dropped
Very
breakdancing.
excited. And wasn't everyone upset? Weren't we all disappointed?
And I think I did see, not fact checked, but I saw boxing.
Boxing's out. Yep.
Boxing's out.
Yeah. But they were talking about they've been saying that for a while.
And
Yeah.
that surprised me.
Boxing's gone.
But yeah.
I mean, we were. No offense to the British boxing team. I've actually met DJ Delicious Ori because my brother-in-law boxes. We were pretty rubbish. 5 out of 6
honestly,
boxers.
it's one of the few that I didn't see anything of.
Well, you wouldn't have done. We were 5 of the 6 boxers round 1 gone.
I didn't
which
see
is
much
so
of any of the
surprising.
boxing.
It's normally a big strength of ours. When you think of British sport, you think, well, we're pretty good at generally speaking, I would say the 3 big ones for me are boxing, rowing, cycling.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the 3 that we generally pick up.
I'll come
A
back
lot
to
of
the
medals.
cycling in a second.
I love the cycling. One of my favourite events, considering I don't like cycling generally, my favourite event is there's the I don't know what it's called. It's got a fancy name, and it's a very fancy French name, where you have like rounds, and every 10 laps you do a sprint, and you
They
get
all have
points.
yeah.
And then my second favourite one is the one with the teeny man on the little bike that just plods along his little motorbike thing. That's excellent. That's just an excellent event. Every event should have a little something involved for no reason whatsoever.
Did you see the
So
headbutt
good. Oh, was it we shot across and smashed into the guy?
where I think it was Netherlands
Yep.
headbutted our cyclist?
Yep.
What?
Mate, I've watched Formula 1 for years. I'm used to the Netherlands
Yeah, but it
attacking
was
British
just-
sports
it-
people.
And you were like, oh, a collision. Collision? It was a full-on like...
You went for him. Yeah, I'm having you, son. Yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah, everyone was kicking off saying, oh, I can't believe we've done that. I was like, I've been watching a specific Dutch driver. Actively crashing into a specific British driver for a couple of years now, so it's fine. We're used to it. It's when the Dutch won something, and I had to hear that bloody national anthem again. I'm like, oh, no. No. Not again. I have nightmares about that bloody song. So just every Sunday. It's like, stop it. Yeah, the Dutch national anthem is by far and away my least favourite national anthem, just because I'm so bored of hearing it.
Yeah. Week in, week out.
Yeah. For a while, the German one was one of my least favourites, because when Lewis was winning everything from Mercedes, it was national anthem, yeah, Lewis, God save our country, and then German national anthem every time. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, this again.
Head of the makers.
And then Nico Rosberg would win. It's like, oh, good. It's just all German. And then when Bottas won, it's like, oh, he did the Finland one and then German. Like, stop it. At least McLaren are winning now. So we get the Australian one and the English one every time. English.
Great Britain.
No, English one. I'd say the Queen is the English one. There's Scottish, French. That well-known British country.
The other English colony.
Nope. Scotland, Ireland, and Wales have their own national anthems, don't they? But that's the point. Hold the phone. No, it's got to be British.
We did this
before
the
Olympics.
Yeah.
Oh, we've done this a lot.
We've done
United
this.
Kingdom, Great Britain. We live here and we get confused.
Yeah.
United Kingdom is everyone.
No.
Great Britain is three. There's three countries
Ireland,
in Britain.
Ireland is separate all the time, I think.
So there's the Republic of Ireland, which is separate, and Northern Ireland is part of the UK.
Yes.
It's not part of Great Britain.
No, because it's Great Britain
and Northern Ireland.
Yes.
Because Ireland have their own Olympic team.
Correct.
Which have won things like cycling and swimming and stuff in the past.
But that's Southern Ireland.
No, that's
Was that
Ireland.
Northern Ireland?
No, that's Ireland. There is no Southern Ireland. There is Ireland and Northern Ireland.
Right.
Don't call them Southern Ireland.
Right,
They'll get very upset.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's what I meant.
Very upset.
Right.
Very, very upset.
It just, if there's north, there should be a south.
There should be.
But it's not actually.
And
I mean, it makes sense because it's like Ireland and the Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
So I get why it's not.
Yeah. So but we did this before because that got us very, very confused.
It did.
But then
It
there's
still is.
there's the UK and the British Isles.
Oh, I give up.
And that's like the Isle of Man, that's Guernsey, Jersey, the little ones that we've stolen. And then there's something which is everything. And I think is it the British Isles? I think the British Isles, I might be wrong, is the whole lot.
I've forgotten.
I forgot.
We did check.
We did.
We tried.
We did. There was a really good map, actually. There was a really cool... Someone did a really good diagram to explain it all.
Yeah.
And here I am, confused. Yeah.
It was brilliant at the time.
It was good. It was good
at the time.
Right, go on then. Top 3 Olympic moments then for you. Because I'll be honest, I stopped watching it around midway through the second week. And I don't really know why I did. I think I had lots of work to do and stuff. So, but yeah, top 3 Olympic moments for you. Then have to be British if you don't want them to be, I suppose.
Okay, because it's got to be the shooter.
Second place,
Just gone,
Turkish shooter man.
just gone viral.
Excellent.
Like it was epic. He really looked like they'd brought in an assassin. That's got to be up there.
He couldn't have tried to look less like a shooter, but also being a really good shooter.
Yeah.
He was good. Yep. The funny thing is, I don't know who won gold in that event. I know he won silver.
Yeah.
I don't know who won.
I don't know. I mean, the trampolining was excellent, where we won gold on the trampoline.
Yep.
That was superb.
Yep.
But we won a lot of gold.
We did.
So
No, we didn't.
we won quite a fair number of golds,
Did we win
silvers and
8?
bronzes. That's a good number for us.
We won 46 medals in total
Yeah,
and only 8 golds.
I'm happy with
So
that.
we're good at medals, just not quite the gold. Because then you look at Japan, won 20 gold medals and only 45 medals total. So we've got more medals than them, but they got 12 more golds than us.
Yeah,
It's mad.
but some countries dominating some sports.
See, I think I stopped watching. I think it's my fault because I stopped watching around midway through week 2. At which point we stopped winning gold medals.
It's like China with the diving. I think they've been
Oh, they
unbeaten
won
in
everything, didn't they?
12 years, 16 years. Like, they can't be beaten.
No.
Period. It's just a done thing. See, the bronze that we got in the diving, that was good.
Oh, Tom.
No, where we just kind of snuck in with the women's synchro.
Is it the women's synchro 10 metres?
I think it was 10 metres. Yeah, that was
daughter.
impressive. No, it wasn't Fred's daughter. It was another one.
Did we get 2 synchronised bronzes for the women?
I think
She got a
I
bronze.
think we did well.
That was amazing.
It was where Australia were potentially going to knock us out.
Oh, I hate that.
And they like slipped on the last dive.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, Tom's silver was...
The equestrian team did
that
really
felt-
well as
Equestrian
well.
were amazing. We are very good at horses, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah, I like a horsey show.
So Yeah, I don't think I could give top 3.
I'm trying to think. There were a few excellent moments for me.
Simone Biles' floor
Simone
routine.
Biles was amazing.
It was good.
She always is.
Um,
I'm trying to think. For me, there was the gold we won in the rowing, which was the women. I think it was the duos, 1,500, whatever, or 2,500, whatever it was, where we won literally on the last pull. We edged in front because I was standing at the television shouting. I don't watch rowing, only the Olympics, and I'm screaming at it like we're in the Champions League final. I'm like, oh, that was awesome. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the shooting. I got really into like the clay pigeon shooting. They're not called that anymore, but you know what I mean. For 2 reasons. One, obviously we got a gold and then we were robbed of gold, but she was still incredibly happy to get silver. But I can't remember what country it was. It might have been Guatemala, where they got a gold and a silver in the shooting or a gold and a bronze or something in the shooting. It was the country's first ever gold medal and the second ever medal that they'd ever got, and she got that, and I was like, that's amazing. And then the next day the guy got it as well, so he got their third medal. So in one Olympics they've tripled their medal tally forever. I thought that was just incredible. I just such a good story. Love that. And yeah, all of the gymnastics. I don't really watch it, but Tia's obviously massive into it, so we really got into it. And Tia, I kept saying, I don't understand, Tia, because that was a double back, and she was in line there. She landed properly, and Tia's just laughing like, how do you now know this? We watched it for 2 days. I'm like when she's landing, she's like, how was it? Went, oh, not good. The dismount there was. She's like, how are you doing this?
Yeah,
it's like it's the Olympics.
I do prefer the
Olympic
athletics when it's clear cut.
Mm.
You either ran the fastest or you threw the furthest.
Yeah.
Once it starts getting a bit subjective with scoring, like the diving, sometimes it's like, or the gymnastics, or the equestrian.
Yeah.
The minute there's a judge going, well, I think, he's like, no, it's either yes or no. It's not a you think.
Speaking of fastest and fair and all that sort of stuff.
Interesting. 40th.
Yeah.
Stronger, higher, faster.
Yep. In the men's 100-meter sprint, it may have been the hurdles, but it was either 100 or 110. They've introduced, obviously, they used to just go, bang, go. They introduced, to make it fairer, speakers behind every athlete, and because then it cuts down for the guy in the middle who's furthest away.
0.07.
0.005 apparently, or 0.05 is that's the reaction time you gain, and he won. You're right, 0.07 because he won by 0.05.
Yeah, or 0.06 or something
I'm
like that.
That's excellent. I'm like that's my kind of level of nerdy stat.
But it's kind of
great.
true. Like,
yeah. Thank God he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also it works in reverse for false starts. Because the false start isn't necessarily that you went before the gun. It's also to within a time after the gun, where they go, that's too fast. So if you false start that way or that way, it's different.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. How close you are to the gun would affect your false start, or should do, and it never has done.
There was a similar thing in Formula One where Bottas got off the line at a speed that was faster than
they say that
minimum human reaction time.
Yeah.
And that was the argument, saying no, it was a false start. He couldn't have gone that fast. And in the Formula One world, it's like, we don't care. If you guess right, then you can go as soon as it goes green, regardless of reaction time. Mm-hmm. Like you're very, very lucky, but technically it's green. You can go. And Rosberg was kicking off about it at Bottas. So they did a silly little test. We had to do the reaction time thing, and Bottas tapped, guessed it again. So they're like, "Oh, can you do this reaction thing?" And it went boom. It was like 0.03. He's like, "Told you." Like, no, mate, getting lucky twice doesn't prove anything. That's such a badass little moment where he's like, "Boom, thanks," and just like drop the mic thing. It's like, "Thanks, that's enough." Yeah, it was cool. They actually did it one time there was a bunch of people cheating. I don't know how they were doing it, but there were a few cars that their reaction times were that fast, and they were sort of going. Essentially, they were being fed information as to when to drop the throttle. So they did it where they went red, 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 red,
Go.
And then 7 cars moved off at exactly the same time, but the lights didn't turn.
No.
They're like, right, you 7, steward's inquiry now. It's like, shit. So they tricked them into working out who was cheating and who wasn't cheating.
Wow.
Smart stuff. Yeah. Oh, I miss Formula 1. I mean, the Olympics has been a nice distraction, but I've not had any cars going around tracks for a very long time. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Anyway, that was a lot to talk about, and we're 20 minutes in. Good on the Olympics. Well done, everyone who competed. Well done, everyone who won medals. Apparently, 27% of the US population think if they can take up a sport right now, they would be able to do it in the Olympics.
Oh, cool. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
So all these athletes who have spent their lifetime
maybe
doing
shooting. Like, maybe shooting.
Breakdancing?
Breakdancing. Hey. They never said they can win a medal. They can get to the Olympics.
Yeah.
That's what she did. Bless her. I can't believe they did it one year, watched it and went, yeah, no. That was enough. That's good. So you can
Again, though, it's a very subjective sport.
Yeah. It's like the skateboarding. Oh, that was one of my top 3 moments. Sky Brown, legend. Got herself another bronze, having, like, dislocated her shoulder 2 weeks ago and had, like, 6 months out for something else. It's like, God. She's amazing.
Like Petey's medal.
Oh,
was
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And then for it to come out like that day, the next day, that actually had COVID, it's like, fair play.
Yep, good for you. And then again, that's what they were saying. They were saying that the reaction time, he said he felt like 1%, 2% off, which is like 4 seconds in a race. Mm-hmm. He goes, yeah, like if you're suffering from COVID, that 0.5% that you're not feeling it is the 0.5% that takes you from gold to silver, because it was 0.02 or something.
Yeah,
0.2. It was nothing.
Distance,
yeah, it was literally he just happened to reach out.
Yeah.
And not quite have the momentum to tap first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite the same in the 100 meters though.
But even that, like even Petey, the stuff that he's gone through, like to be back in that, to get anything, just get back in the pool. Amazing effort.
I think guy's a legend.
Yeah. Yep. Michael Phelps is great, but we've got Adam Petey.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did we get gold in the men's 4x100, 4x200?
There is no 4x200. No, we didn't.
4x100. Did we not? Did we get silver? We got a medal, didn't we?
We got a medal.
Was it not gold? Okay, fair enough. That was awesome. I remember watching that night. That was so cool. Yeah. Good for those guys.
No,
Swimming seems like a lot of effort.
Who got it? It was another lesser known country.
Yeah.
I'm going to check that because it was a very impressive race.
It was amazing. Are you sure we didn't win? I'll get my phone out as well. Not that I don't trust your internet, but
yeah,
I've got a new phone. Hang on, let's go.
Canada.
Gold medal.
Canada.
Oh, British good medals. Apparently all the bronze medals are rusting already.
Canada, South Africa.
14. We got 14 gold medals. I was talking nonsense. Oh, that was a well old thing that I saw then. Because I said, I remember, I thought when I stopped watching there was about 8 medals. I thought, I can't believe we haven't won more than that.
I hadn't seen the table, but I was watching the BBC iPlayer version, and it has like all the gold medals. I'm thinking there was more than 6.
Right, 14. That's a bit more like it. 65 medals. I take back everything I said before. That is a massive haul.
Well.
That's really good. I had completely the wrong information.
So Canada 37.5, and we got 37.61.
Wow.
4x1.
65 medals. Oh, what's annoying though, obviously, I mean, I get it. It's right the way they do it. You do golds and silvers and bronzes. But we got 65 medals. The only countries that got more medals than us total were China and America. Which is mad. Good for the French though. 64 medals for the French. Right, so we got gold in the athletics, gold in the mountain cycling, which was awesome.
I mean, we didn't get gold in the athletics.
We got a gold in...
Yeah, I was going to say, there's more than one event in
We got
there.
10 medals in the athletics, but we got 1 gold, which was...
A shout out to the javelin, by the way. Did you see the javelin?
No.
I know most people won't have done.
What was our gold in? It was 5,000 metres, 2,000 metres, whatever it is.
And show you.
I think it was 2,000 metres. Yes, 800 metres. Keely. Good for you, Keely. That was an awesome run. Track cycling, we got the team sprint. See, again, that's surprising. We got 8 medals in the track cycling and only 1 gold. Like for Britain, it just means that there were just other teams that have stepped their game up because we did. Like normally, we'd take at least 4 or 5.
So in the javelin, Pakistan came first with an absolutely massive throw of 92.97, and it came out of nowhere.
Nice.
It was insane. It was just the perfect throw that
So
he did.
So the men don't do 200 meter freestyle, no?
What?
Back in the pool. You said there's no such thing as a 200 meter, 4
No,
by
I said-
200 meters.
Yeah, there's no 4x200. We weren't in the pool. We were talking about the track.
No, we're talking about swimming.
Well, you said the
I
4.
was
We were talking about the
swimming.
4x100.
No, because you were talking about Adam Peaty. So I then went.
Yeah, and then
And then we
talked
got
about
the
the relay
4 by
team,
200.
4x100, and you went, do we do the
No.
4x200? I'm like, there is no 4x200.
Yeah, not track though. We're still in the pool, right? You still
No,
talking
I was
pool?
on the track.
Why would I go from Adam Peaty to the track?
Because we were talking about the relay team, the 4x1.
Yeah, 4 by 1, as in the men's swimming 4 by 100 meters relay.
You need to specify, because when you say 4x1, that's the
Right.
athletics
That's
track.
a confusion. Yes, there is a 4 by 200 meters freestyle relay, which we got gold in.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
And you know, there's also a very big athletics event called the 4x100.
What's that, running or something?
It's something like
Something
that.
like that.
Yeah.
Like that. Fair enough. We got bronze in weightlifting. Oh yeah, Emily Campbell. That was awesome as well. She's wicked.
Didn't see that.
I like her. Men's individual triathlon. That was actually do you know what? That's probably one of my top 3 moments is watching Alex Yee.
Alex Yee.
Just because he fooled every single person. Fooled me. Fooled the country. Fooled the commentators because they're watching it going, well, it's hopefully he can hold on to this silver medal. The guys, and then it. Camera cuts back to Alex Yee, about 6 meters behind him. They're going, and they're like, whoa, hey, You could tell they were like flicking through sheets, like, what's happened? Has he fallen over? No, he's just absolutely taking him apart, like Jessica Ennis style, like from nowhere. It's like, yeah, that was awesome. God, I was blown away by that. I watched the whole thing. I was like, I can't believe I watched this entire thing to watch him just get a silver. Everyone was like, he's going to be amazing, and he sort of dropped off. He goes, he just seems really tired. Maybe the preparation wasn't there. And he's there going, you thought it was gone, she? As he runs past him, he's like, oh, great, okay. Great gold medal. There've been some great gold medals in this. Yeah, I'll take it all back. Amazing result, guys. 14 gold medals. 65 medals total.
This is why we fact check.
That's a lot of medals. Wow. Oh, but there's one person who got better than a gold, wasn't there? Chinese athlete who got proposed to by another Olympic athlete.
Yeah.
So she got a diamond. That was cool. Good for her. We need to talk about something other than the Olympics.
Okay.
It just so happens that the D23 event
Did it?
took place this weekend just past. And I would like to get your thoughts on all of the new and
I
exciting
have
things
avoided
that have happened.
watching this because I knew you would bring it up.
Of course I would. So, did you want to do films or park?
Hit me.
Okay. D23 announcements.
What's going on?
Let's go announcements. I want all of the announcements. So, there are lots of new projects, and I'll go through. Right, let's do films first. Now, initially, I was a little bit annoyed at the films because I was expecting some new stuff, but it's a lot
all
of sequels. It's a lot of sequels. But then I thought, do you know what? What if it's good? What if they're good sequels? Maybe it's gonna. I mean, Toy Story 5 is the first one. That's a long old series now. Toy Story 4 was. I felt like at Toy Story 4, everyone went, do you know what? That's fine. That'll do.
It's not my childhood
Thank you.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Toy Story 3 was nice. It was a big gap. It was like, Andy's gone. Bonnie picks up. That's cute. And then they went Toy Story 4, and everyone went, okay, really? Okay, cool. And then it happened, and everyone, I feel, it has very similar affections and opinions on it. Where it was a film. Is it anybody's favourite Toy Story? No. Is it everybody's least favourite Toy Story? Yes. And they're going to just flog that dead horse, which is fine. Frozen 3, probably could have called that because it makes so much money. I thought Frozen 2 was excellent, so I hope they continue along that path.
They did well to be able to nail the music.
Did a really good job with the music. Story was original. Like, I don't think there's anything else. Disney World that sort of like it, and it's very different to the first film. Keeps all the characters involved. Thought that was cool. Incredibles 3. So, for anyone watching this on YouTube, you've just seen a significant shift in, in quality.
Just,
Hopefully, slightly worse. I'd be annoyed if it's slightly better.
yeah.
Well, they're saying that iPhone costs more than my camera does. So maybe it is better. Maybe it should be.
But now you need to be in
control.
So
I've got nothing now. I'm my phone gone. I really hope. I think I caught it as I looked up. It went flash, and it went charge the thing. I was like, okay.
So we were doing D23 updates
and announcements. There we go. Here's everything we learnt. Good. We've got there's Toy Story 5, not Encanto, Frozen 3, and Incredibles 3.
Yeah, I don't even remember Incredibles 2.
There's a reason for that. It wasn't great.
I know I've seen it.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched it maybe I like to watch films more than once to give them a
Can you
decent
remind
review.
me what the...
they're obviously the Incredibles. There's a guy who wants to bring back the Incredibles brand and make it a good thing again. So he's like trying to bring like a peace treaty for the Incredibles, or the Incredible people, superheroes, I should say.
Yeah.
She gets turned back into Elastigirl, and they sort of market her a bit in the city.
I remember. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Rod and he, Mr. Incredible is like stay-at-home dad. And yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I remember.
Right. Other projects that receive major updates include Tron.
No.
Didn't know that either. Elio.
Yeah.
Which is new. I've seen that, but that could be, who knows. Star Wars Skeleton Crew.
Interesting.
That looks good. I reckon that could be quite good.
Interesting take.
I like that they've just done all this. I quite like what I need is, which goes on to actually saying this, the next one, Andor season 2. I was going to say what we need is more Andor, Mandalorian type shows, not Acolyte. Be done with that, but because they can be really, really good.
Yeah.
Just follow the formulas that work.
The Skeleton Crew intrigues me though, because I don't know when it's meant to be set.
I don't know very much about it yet.
It seems like it's kind of almost trying to say that Star Wars was a long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. And as it's caught up to us, they've kind of made a modern society, and then they stumble across the Jedi Temple, and there's still Jedis around. Unusual take.
Yeah.
Like people going to work, normal jobs, paying salaries.
But again,
and Jedis.
They've done enough TV shows now to know what works and what doesn't work.
I don't think they ever learn that.
So just stop doing the bad stuff and just do the good stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll be fine.
I don't think it works that way.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't work that way. We've got Ironheart, which I don't know what that's about.
Ironheart is the follow-on of Iron Man.
Oh, right, okay.
Ironheart is the new armour.
How'd you go back?
I don't know.
On your phone?
Swipe to the left.
Swipe to the left. Bump. Swipe to the right. Crisscross. There you go. And then Daredevil Born Again, which I'm very happy about.
Which looks very good.
Because I loved the original TV show.
Yep.
I loved all of those shows, to be fair. They did all the individuals,
Luke
didn't they?
Cage, Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Iron Fist.
Yep. And the
Defenders.
Yeah. I thought they were all brilliant. Watched those a few times as well. They're good. And obviously, the one I'm most excited for is Agatha All Along.
Yeah, that does look good.
Because that was my favourite TV show that Marvel size did. WandaVision. Yeah, that was my favourite one.
Yeah.
That was so weird for 4 episodes. Like, you sort of finish it and Tia's like, so I don't understand what's going on. I'm like, no one understands. I don't understand what's going on. But hopefully they reveal it. So yeah, what do you think? That's a pretty good... I was hoping for a bit more, and here's something original. But what they've done is they've gone, right, so we've got X amount of budget. Right, 10% will stick on old projects we're just going to make sequels for.
Yeah, because Moana 2 is coming out as well.
Moana 2 is coming out, but that's not an announcement. That's like a... We knew that.
Yeah, but
cool
I'm
trailer.
excited to see that. That looks good.
That'd be good. What they have done is gone, right, parks. Let's spend a fortune on Disney World. And I was like, yes! Because last year when D23 came around, there was lots of new films and stuff. And there wasn't a huge amount for the parks. And now there is. I'm like, yes, thank you very much. Here we go. So live action, Percy Jackson and the Olympian. Don't care. Watch that. Didn't enjoy it.
I quite enjoyed that. It was very true to the books.
Yeah, it's not my sort of thing.
It's very true to the books.
I like the actor, the
The
kid
second
actor.
one is going to be Sea of Monsters.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So we're going to do Rick. Rick Riordan's The Sea of Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Tron.
No.
Could be cool.
No. Just not a fan of that franchise.
No, there's not much of a franchise to be a fan of. To be fair, there was a game. They made a film. Then they revamped it and made a bad film.
Didn't like the original film. Didn't like the follow-on film.
No.
So
And now
that's
they're
kind of
making a
what I
new
mean by that.
Mufasa, Lion King. Again, it's a live action, but could be good.
Yeah.
This is my favourite one. Fresh off of Deadpool and Wolverine's box office domination, another starring work of Hugh Jackman, The Greatest Showman, will be adapted into a musical. Wasn't it already a musical?
What?
It was already a musical.
Yeah.
It's a musical that you can buy the album.
Yeah.
It's good. I don't really know. I assume they're in the same sense that they did like Frozen, a
Speaking
musical.
of, by the way, have you heard that A Knight's Tale is coming as a musical? Like actually to the theatres.
Original... Oh, just kick the table. The Heath Ledger.
Yep.
That's one of my favourite
coming to
films
the
of all
theatres.
time. That's the top 5 film for me.
Like Palace Theatre.
Cool.
It looks good. It looks good. I'm keen.
Jude Law's going to be in Skeleton Crew.
Yes, he's the Jedi.
Even more reasons to like him.
He's the Jedi.
See, I hope he's a good Jedi because he was a bad person in Marvel world, and that upset me because I like Jude Law. Very upset. Zootopia 2.
No. What's the deal with that? Is it Zootopia or Zootropolis?
Depends where you are in the
So
world.
one's American.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
It's like Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Mm.
Avatar 3.
Not seen 2.
It's good.
Not seen it.
I mean, 1 was like super duper mind blowing when that first came out. 2's the graphics are better. They are obviously better, but I think because number 1 was so different to everything else out there, that just had more of an impact. But 2, yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. It's cool.
Maybe I'll watch that. That's my
I'd
homework.
definitely watch it.
Is that my
yeah,
homework?
100%.
That's my homework.
Yeah. Then we got big reveals. So it's going to be Avatar, Fire and Ash. And the Freaky Friday sequel. There are just some sequels you don't need to make.
It's been done to death.
We don't need to do that. With the same cast, it's like, stop, please. Thank you. So when they did...
they're doing a new Hocus Pocus.
They've done a new Hocus Pocus.
Hocus
New
Pocus
one?
3.
And they're doing Hocus Pocus 3.
I believe so.
Oh, Hocus Pocus 2 was so bad.
Hocus Pocus 3, focusing actually on them as kids.
Oh, it's
back in the day.
a focus Hocus Pocus.
Focus Hocus Pocus 3. Do you remember in Hocus Pocus 2
I did.
where it showed the
Yeah,
children as they
unfortunately.
were when they first got the...
Yeah.
Well, it's going to focus on them, I believe. Don't check me.
Disney Parks. I need the next bit. Disney Parks. There we go. Yeah, Hocus Pocus 2. I was so excited for it. And then I watched it. I
The
was
music was alright. The music was good.
Yeah. It was just weird because, I don't know, I felt like their characters changed
Yeah.
a lot. Like in the first one, they're like, we're going to kill everyone and we don't care what you say. And oh my God, everything's new. And then there was just some elements of it where I'm just sort of thinking, these don't even feel like the same characters. I
Yeah.
feel like you're just...
Too humorous.
Yeah, you're sort of like jamming characters into a different story. I don't get it. I didn't like it. At the time, I remember talking to Becky, who's a friend of ours, and because she's big on Hocus Pocus. She was like, "Oh, that was so good." I went, "Yeah, but was it?" And she went, "Yeah." I went, "No. Take out the fact that you love it because it's Hocus Pocus and the Sanderson sisters are back. Think of the plot, and think about whether it was actually a good film or whether you just enjoyed going the fact that it was out."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh yeah, it wasn't actually that good." I was like, "No, it wasn't very good." I watch it every Halloween, but yeah, really, really disappointed. So I just watched the original over and over again instead. That's way better. Here we go. Right, all announcements for Disney experiences. Kaboom. Where is it? Oh, I don't know how Reddit works. Stop this. Do I have to open this?
This is why we fact check.
I'm so bad at Reddit. Here we go. Right. Oh, starts with a good one. So, irrelevant to us, but Disney Cruise Line launching 4 new ships. That's a lot of ships. And on Disney Plus, this is my homework because I just found it. There's a documentary, not on the Disney bit, it's on the National Geographic bit that there's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
The making of the Disney Magic. It's like an hour and a bit or an hour and a half or something about how they build Disney Magic.
That doesn't sound like homework to you. That sounds like pleasure.
It sounds like, oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm watching it. I'm
Yeah.
absolutely watching it. Right, Disney and Epic Games collaboration. Who cares? Stuff's coming to
Epic Games?
Yeah, they make Fortnite.
Yeah.
Woo. Right, here we go. So, first one, construction begins in 2025. It put construction begins 2319, and then they crossed out 2319. Monsters Inc. land. Hollywood Studios. That's cool. My big concern about that is that they're going to get rid of Muppets, which I love. The Muppets, Muppet Vision 3D show. They haven't said where yet, but yeah, there's going to be a roller coaster. Can you guess what the roller coaster is going to be themed on for the Monsters Inc. land?
The door conveyor thing?
The door conveyor thing.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I think they said there's going to be like a carousel and another ride or something there, but yeah, that's going to be cool. I've been like, people have been saying you've got to make a ride out of that for like 15, 20 years. Cars at Magic Kingdom. So they're going to make a Cars land similar to the one in California, but it's going to be like off-road cars. So it's like dirt track car races instead of like the street car race. I don't know, but that's cool. They're going to get rid of.
I mean, you're not selling it, but it's going to be epic.
It's going to be epic.
So
there's that. They said they're going to get rid of the Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer's Island. I think it was Tom Sawyer's Island, to put it in place there. And as soon as I read that, I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I don't go to Disney World to ride the ferry boat or walk around the island.
No, but the island was pretty cool.
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
But even that, it's like, we sort of did it, and my parents were like, right, do you want to maybe go and do a ride rather than just running around in circles? Well, yeah, maybe that's a better idea. It's a shame because it's like a Disney. Like, I don't like it when they get rid of Walt Disney stuff. Like when they replace Walt Disney things. That kind of grinds me a little bit because it's like he designed it. It was his creation.
Yeah,
What gives you the right? Like, this is actual history that you're trying to remove.
It's like you can't get rid of. Is it D13, D23, D13?
A113.
No.
Oh, the club
restaurant. Yeah.
33.
Is it D?
Club 33.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of that.
No. There's certain things that I think would actually cause uproar. Like if you got rid of Carousel of Progress, people would kick off.
Do you think,
I would kick off.
by the by, that it's true that people can stay in the apartment in the Magic Kingdom?
Which one?
The one that Walt had for himself.
Oh, in California. Walt died before Walt Disney World was built. He did have a apartment above the firehouse in California.
Oh, I thought that was in Main Street.
No, it's up. Yep, that was in California above the firehouse, I believe. And it's still there. It still exists. I don't know whether you can stay there or not. You can stay in the castle. You can, it's by invitation only.
Yeah.
You can stay in the actual castle bit, which I don't know if that's Disney World. That might be Disney World, or it might be California. But yeah, no, there is definitely there's a apartment that was built for him above the firehouse in Main Street. It'd be cool if you could stay there, but that was Walt Disney's.
Because I'd heard that it was by appointment only, and just a random person every time would be allowed to stay there.
Yeah, no, yeah, you could be invited to go and stay in the castle. You can't. Well, you can ask, but you can't like book it or anything like that.
Right.
Yes. This is the one I'm most excited for though, because this is something that's been talked about for years and years. Back when they were designing Walt Disney World, it's like, should we build this? Should we not build this? Is Villains Land. at Magic Kingdom. That's a brilliant idea. Because there's going to be so many good rides.
Mm-hmm.
You can picture it now, can't you? It's going to be the easiest thing to design. It's going to be covered in thorns and it's going to be purple and green and all that sort of classic Disney stuff.
I'm seeing Jafar and Ursula basically as my main go-to for villains there.
I've got Scar in my head. Just classic big green, like the rubble. I don't know. Be prepared. Yeah. So that's awesome. Another thing that I'm really, really sad about, but also very excited about. See, I say this. I get really sad about it, but then so far, everything that's been redesigned or been redone, I've immediately forgotten about it. So I don't mind when they redo certain things. Like they're getting rid of Dinosaur and putting in Tropical Americas. So that's going to include a new Indiana Jones ride, different to the one in California, and it's going to have an Encanto ride as well. Which again, I love Dinosaur, absolutely love it to bits. Such a good ride. I think it's brilliant in the parks. But now, if I'm being subjective, I'm like,
not seeing it.
It's very old. Have you not done that's old. That must have been there when you went. No, you get the Dino Institute. You go back in time to get an iguanodon.
Oh, I thought you meant a ride based on the movie.
It is.
But I thought that was out after I went to Disney.
Maybe it was. It's an old film. Yeah, the iguanodon. You go back and try and save him. No, Animal Kingdom.
Oh, then no.
Right. Yeah, Animal Kingdom was. Yeah, it's a shame because it's a really cool it's like a little dinosaur area, but I totally get it. Like Encanto's massive, Indiana Jones is massive. It'll do better. It'll get more foot traffic. So yeah, Tropical Americas. It's a good place for it as well. Yeah. I like that. I'm not so sad about seeing that go either. So far, I'm not. For goodness sake, your phone's so confusing. I'm not actually like upset about any of this leaving. This is quite cool, debuting in 2025. Now, this is sort of the opposite of what I was saying about getting rid of the Walt Disney stuff. First ever Walt Disney audio animatronic figure. So just going to have a chat with Walt Disney. Just a bit creepy. Walt Disney, A Magical Life begins playing at Main Street Opera House at Disneyland. It will then play in rotation with Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. So you have to go to California to see it. But pretty cool. And then all the other stuff, which is kind of like Coco attraction at Disney California. Tiana's Bayou Adventure is going to go to Disneyland, which is fair enough. Test Track is going to get reimagined. So yeah, like little changes, new adventures in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, little bits and bobs. World of Frozen coming to Disney Adventure World. I don't know what's Disney Adventure World. New location, Disney Adventure World.
Is that not in Disney Village Marketplace, the large building?
Disney Adventure, no. Disney Village, what? Disney Springs.
Sorry, when I went, it was Disney Village Marketplace.
Oh, so the first time I went, it was called Downtown Disney.
Downtown Disney was the nightclub side of it.
Oh, cool. Now the whole thing's called Disney Springs.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there was a big building there that had VR games.
Disney Quest.
Is that not that?
Gone. That's now the NBA experience. I was telling T about this recently. I said we went to story time. We went to Disney and I think it was like the last day or something, and you used to drop your bags off at Disney Springs, what was then Downtown Disney. Drop your bags off with the Virgin Atlantic drop-off desk. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, right, you've got 8 hours to your flight. You know, you can't use your Disney tickets because they were used up or whatever. And so there wasn't really time to go and do anything. So it's like, well, what do you want to do? So we sort of wandered around for a bit and saw this big building called Disney Quest. So we sort of poked our heads in. Nobody was going in it. It was dead. And we're like, what is this? And we're like, do you need to pay for it? And they said, oh yeah, it's £25 for the day or whatever. And like, okay, cool. And Dad was like, oh, well, do you need Disney tickets to? And they went, oh, you've got Disney tickets. Yeah, he goes, oh, this is included. You just go straight in. And we're like, what is it? And he goes, oh, just kind of a look. You'll see. You head up to this 5 floors.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Arcades, video games,
VR.
VR,
Yeah.
like just everything. We sort of walked in. I was like, I started hyperventilating a bit. I'm like, this is the most magical place in the world, and it's all free. You just walk up and press it and just start. I'm like, we found that on the last day, so you can bet the next time we went, we're like, right, that's getting a full day. Amazing. There were like driving bumper car things where you'd shoot the balls, and yeah, the time there were what was VR with these massive headsets on strings and stuff. There was. Do you remember the Safari one? Yep. Do you remember the design your own roller coaster bit?
Don't think I did that. We did have tickets for Cirque du Soleil at the same time.
Ah, yeah, that was cool.
So we were
That's still
kind
there.
of killing time in there. That's just where we went to kill time before going to see Cirque
Yeah.
du Soleil.
That's what we did. We're just killing time. We're like, this is the most incredible place in the world. Yeah, no, we're still good.
I was just making sure that I hadn't knocked the mic then.
Yeah, right. We're going to restart this whole thing again. Yeah, Disney Quest was incredible, and they got rid of it for some basketball thing, which
It's
I
a shame. That
personally don't care about.
That was a go-to for me going back.
We went. So when we went, there was a roller coaster experience where you could. Excuse me. Oh, dear me. It's like, where you could design your own roller coaster, and then it would give you like a simulator to like show you the roller coaster. That was cool. So we did it, and we put loops in and stuff like that. And then we hit play. It's a 360. So when the roller coaster went upside down, you went upside down, and we freaked out.
Oh.
We're like, what is happening? We thought it was just like a bumpy movie around it. No, it's full 360.
That'll teach you.
Yeah. So the next time we went in, we put all the loops in. It was amazing. We're like, this. Never seen anything since. Don't know where it is. Don't know what happened to those machines, but they were incredible. You could design an entire roller coaster and have a theme for it and stuff, and there was music that would play, all in the tiny little pod, and then the whole thing would rotate the full way around. It was. I've never seen anything else like it, and that was 15 years ago.
And now it's gone.
And now it's gone for some basketball thing. I'm sure for those of you who love basketball, great. I would much sooner go and spend some time playing on arcade games and like what's it called, the skee ball and plink plonk plink plink. That one with the what's it called, hover ice
air hockey.
Air hockey. Thank you. Gutted.
Yeah.
Disney dropped the ball on that one. That could have just done with an update. But oh well.
Yeah.
They probably got a lot of money from the NBA to do the NBA experience.
How come that wasn't just done at Wide World of Sports?
I know. I don't know.
It
Well,
seems
Wide
like
World of Sports,
maybe a prime location for it.
Well, Wide World of Sports didn't ever get foot traffic. You went there to. It was like tournaments and stuff, wasn't it?
I went.
I never went to Wild World. We never went to Wild World of Sports because it was like, oh, you want to book a tennis court? Like, no. Why would we want to do that?
I bought a tracksuit from there.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Nice. Still got it?
Probably. Does not fit.
I know someone that would wear it. Would not fit me, no.
No.
You could have said that nicer.
Sorry. No.
You could have just been like, I'll bring it over for you to try on, mate. And just leave out the bit where it's like, you fat bit. Right, final thing, because we've been jabbering on for a while. Homework-wise, I don't remember what we were on. I'm fairly certain I did all of it. I have been watching a lot of very old Disney cartoons. And I think they're really, really fascinating. And a bit scary, to be honest.
Some of them haven't aged well.
No, they're a bit creepy. Some are a bit creepy. I have realised what I'm going to put on my gap fillers, though. It's just all of these little terrifying animations. Because they're brilliant.
Excuse me.
That's all right. How dare you?
Nearly swallowed the mic. That's for our other YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah, well done for not bringing me any horrible sweets today.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So, yeah, I've been watching a lot of classic Disney cartoons and thoroughly enjoying them. Very, very good. How is... Oh, and I watched DuckTales. It was right.
You watched DuckTales last week. Sure.
Yeah. You did. Yeah. That was my homework. Mine was to watch DuckTales. Yours was to watch Salidas Amigos.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
You say some of them haven't aged well.
Bit dated, isn't it? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So what's next on the list?
Oh, for Disney film, because I was going to say homework was for me to watch Avatar 2 and you to watch the Disney.
You need to watch Avatar 2. That's Disney. I'll give you that. That counts. And I'll watch the Disney Magic and work out how that thing was built. But film-wise, I also started watching. I was like, right, I'm going to start doing this properly then. So I went back and watched Sword in the Stone, which was very, very good. I totally forgot nearly everything about that film. I'll tell you what I did watch as well for the first time. Meet the Robinsons. Now, I don't know what Disney were doing
A strange one.
at the time of Meet the Robinsons, but it was not good filmmaking, apparently. Not sure what was going on, whether they just didn't have any money to pay animators. But I thought it was just the worst thing I've ever seen. I was sort of watching it thinking, this is hurting. This actually hurts a bit.
I'm up to the Black Cauldron.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
It's good.
I
I always
like
like that's dark. That's kind of creepy.
But with regards to Meet the Robinsons, no idea. It's as
You're gonna have
random
to
as
watch
that.
it.
Like,
Yeah. Meet the Robinsons was rubbish, and I'll never be watching it again. Apologies for anyone who loves it, but I just thought it was awful. The Black Cauldron, I watched that for the first time in probably 20 plus years, and I got a rush of emotions from my childhood fly back to me. One of which was clearly
Fear.
Fear was one of them. The other one was when the princess came about. I was like, oh, I had a crush on her when I was a kid. Because I suddenly remember, like, I remember a lot about you and spending a lot of time watching this film. And the little boy who was walking around, I thought, yep, I suddenly remember him. And then the little animal, which I was like, if you'd have shown me that animal, I'd have been like, what is this? But then as soon as you're watching the film, I'm like, oh, you! Oh my God, I remember you.
yeah.
That unlocked a lot of doors in the old noggin.
So I remember from that, showing my age now, you used to be able to get in cereal boxes, like characters of them. Do you remember that?
Yep.
And they were a popular one at the time. Like, there was a lot of them for that.
Yeah. See, I got the Black Cauldron and Sword in the Stone mixed up
Okay, yeah,
in my
different.
head because I've not seen either of them for a very long time.
But you played Disney Dreamlight.
Yeah, yes. So starting that, I was like, oh, Sword in the Stone is Merlin, and I thought Merlin was in the Black Cauldron. I was like, that doesn't, because there's wizards and it's magic. And then when you watch them side by side,
no, very different films.
very, very dark film.
Yeah.
is the latter. Really good though. And the other film which I watched, I think for the first time, was The Rescuers,
Okay.
which is very cute, and it's got.
And The Rescuers Down Under.
See, that's the one I watched as a kid because I thought I'd seen The Rescuers, and I was sort of watching it thinking, see nothing's coming back to me.
It's sad, The Rescuers, though.
Yeah.
The crying in the rain bit.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
it's pretty heartbreaking. Oh, it's like Oliver and Company. I can't watch that. That breaks my heart.
See, this is the thing now when we're talking to Poppy and trying to get to watch the Disney films. It's like, but they're sad. I'm like, yeah, but they're always better at the end.
So
And then you think,
not done Bambi yet.
all of them are sad.
Hmm.
Every Disney film is sad. Like, there's a sad aspect to every single film.
Have you got a list of the films with Disney characters that aren't orphans?
No.
It's not a lot. Hang on. Now this is one to fact check. How many Disney characters, or how many Disney films contain characters that aren't orphans? 'Cause I can guarantee if I gave you 60 seconds, you wouldn't be able to name more than 2. I'm trying to think of them now, and I can't think of them. The Incredibles is one, because they're all alive.
Beauty and the Beast.
That's Pixar. Her mum's dead.
Yeah, but she's not an orphan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, either one or both parents are dead. Like, so they've had some sort of tragic family bereavement. Like, you can list them. Just keep going. Somebody died before the film even starts, or very early on.
I can't find an actual list. It's taking me down a Reddit hole again, and it's
Be there for hours.
Snow White. No. Stepmother trying to kill her. Cinderella. A stepmother.
Yep.
A Sword in the Stone. Step Parents. Mowgli.
Both parents gone.
Yeah. A Fox and the Hound. No.
Well, dogs. But
Taran. Black Cauldron. No.
nope.
Oliver. No. Aladdin. No.
Nope.
Quasimodo.
Nope.
Tarzan.
Nope.
Parents eaten by a leopard.
It's accurate, but
Dinosaurs. Yeah.
Nope.
Cusco.
Well,
Because he's the
no, his
emperor, the parents have to be dead.
Yep.
Milo, raised by his granddad.
Yep.
Lilo and Stitch.
Yep.
Yeah. Brother Bear. Meet the Robinsons.
Literally an orphan.
Big Hero 6.
Parents
Anna and Elsa.
dead. Parents
Not
are dead.
orphans. Pinocchio.
Yeah,
Kind of doesn't really
kind of
count.
doesn't count.
He's a real boy.
Yeah, doesn't have parents.
Dumbo.
He's
He's with his mum.
with
the whole
his
time.
mum, but his
Whole
dad.
time.
But his mum was captured.
So was he? He was
What
in
about
the
his dad?
circus.
What about his dad though? Dad's gone.
Yeah, but we don't know why.
That's true.
He's
He's an Aladdin.
Bambi, the father survives
Yeah,
the film.
that's the worst one.
It says father survives.
Yeah, but his mum's dead. counts.
Wendy, both parents still alive at the end of the film.
Peter Pan. Yeah, I'll give you that. Peter Pan counts. So he's the boy who lives forever anyway. I mean, the Lost Boys are all lost, but at least the Darling family have got both parents who survived the film.
Have you seen that
There's
theory that Peter Pan and actually Captain Hook is the hero and that the boys are all the enemy and the bad people?
No.
It's quite interesting. I'll have to send you that theory.
Okay.
It's quite cool.
So Captain Hook's the main character and he's the good guy.
Yeah. Yeah. The
All right.
pirates are all the good guys and actually the Lost Boys are the baddies. Aurora. Sleeping Beauty. Pirates are at the end of the film. Ariel. King Triton.
Mum's dead.
We don't know about the mum.
Well, she's not in the film. No, she's not in the film.
So.
We'll just assume death.
Simba.
You're joking, right?
It says mother survives the film.
Oh, well, great. Literally
I think
thinks he's
you
the cause of his
you
father's
chose the
death.
word orphan, so it's non-orphan.
No, I'm going with parents who one or both parents.
I mean,
are
if you
either
say
killed or
Disney
already
film
dead.
with no sad aspect, I'm not even looking.
Well, they could be sad aspects aside from a family death.
No, not in Disney.
Not in Disney, no.
That is it. That's your storyline.
Peter Pan is exceptionally successful. Nobody had to die in that.
Tangled.
Yep. There you go. There you go. See, they can do it.
Zootopia.
Again, see that? See, it's totally doable.
Aladdin, if the direct-to-DVD sequels are canon.
Oh, because his dad. Right, that's something as well. That I remember as a kid watching what I thought was Aladdin wasn't, because his dad is in it and he finds a hand. This is going to sound like a fever dream. He finds a hand and the hand is gold and whatever it touches turns to gold. And there's a bit where they're on. In my head, I'm making it up, but it's got to be real because it's far too specific. And they're trying to escape.
The
and
second one
everything's
is Return of Jafar.
Yeah, but it's not, because I watched that thinking, oh, it's not that, and I can't find what film have I made up in my head.
I mean, it does say if the direct-to-DVD sequels are canon, so there must be another.
Because I watched that as a kid, and I've not been able to find it
Moana.
since. Moana. See,
Both
yes.
parents are in there.
Both parents are alive.
Mulan, both parents.
They're getting better. They are getting better at it.
Hercules.
That's a tougher one because the parents are immortal, so that's physically impossible for him to be an orphan.
See, but actually, in Greek mythology.
In Greek mythology, yeah, they portrayed Zeus very well in the Disney film.
In Greek mythology, Hercules' mum is mortal.
Do me a favour and talk into the mic.
In Greek
There you
mythology, Hercules' mother is mortal.
You've just gone 3 times as loud. Yes.
But not in the film. In the film, Hera is his mum, who's good.
Yes.
And Hera was not good to Hercules.
No. His didn't in Greek mythology. See, I'm going to think back to the old Stephen Fry book now. Who did he kill?
His wife and child.
That's it. Because there was a curse and they thought it was snakes.
Hera turned him insane.
So, yes, and then he killed them both. And that's what. Isn't that why he goes?
It's either child or children.
Yeah, that's why he goes on his trials, isn't it?
Correct.
Right.
They're the 12 trials of Hercules for redemption.
Which weren't 12 trials. They were supposed to be 10, and then there were 12, or they're supposed to be 12, and then there ended up being like 15 or something.
Yeah, he had to redo a few.
Because it's
there
like,
was
well,
a few
that's
that
not
were-
where the letter of the. Oh, shut up! He
Yeah.
did it. Yeah. So was it like the 10 trials, but it was the 12 trials?
It's just referred to as the 12 Trials of Hercules.
God, Greek mythology. We could do an entirely different podcast on Greek
Love
mythology.
Greek mythology.
My God. Yeah. But we won't. What we're actually going to do, Carl, is round off this podcast.
Let's do that.
Because I need to go to bed at some point this evening. Thanks for coming around.
You're welcome.
That was nice.
We didn't start the other one until now.
Yeah, that's true.
That
Actually,
was
yeah,
late.
that was very late. I had to edit that one very, very late on.
Okay.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming around. That was very interesting. Homework wise, I reckon we just go away and watch something that we haven't watched before.
Well, I'm going to watch Avatar 2.
You go Avatar 2. What was I doing?
Disney Magic.
Disney Magic.
Creation.
That's more of a documentary. I can tell you all about how they make the ship, if you'd like me to. What I'll do is I'll pick another Disney film I haven't seen, which I just hope is better than Meet the Robinsons.
If you haven't seen it, there'll be a reason why you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
Yeah, I think
So
yeah.
you're going to struggle.
And what I'll try and do, I'll try and track down Aladdin's golden cloak dad thing,
Yeah.
and try and convince myself that that's not
Fever
something I've
dream.
made up.
All right.
Thanks for coming over, bud. For anyone watching on YouTube, lovely to see you. Wherever you listen to your podcast, thanks for joining us. Please like and subscribe if your platform allows you to do that, so to be announced when we drop new episodes, which is generally speaking every Thursday. If there's anything you'd like us to discuss, if you want to get in touch, please drop a comment. Just send us a message. We are on Instagram and TikTok. Other than that, we hope you have a lovely week, and we will see you next time.
Thank you for joining.
Goodbye.